RV&FJ plus reviews.
Welcome everybody to our latest episode. Today we're going to put on an Expedition 1 Wyoto front bumper, a Warn Xeon winch with a 10,000 pound pulling capacity, and KC HiLities Gravity Pro 6 lights to match the light bar. This is going to be a shorter than normal episode. I'm not going to go into the minutia of how to take everything apart. Now I'm showing you all the pieces here that need to be taken, all the bolts that need to be taken off to get this bumper off. So that's the last bolt right there, and then with a nice pull, they all come off. Of course, when I was pulling it didn't come off. I forgot this one, and there's one on the other side. Then the bumper was able to come off. Now, how did I get the grill off? Now, I did a whole thing on replacing the grill with another grill, so watch that episode if you need to know how to take the grill off. This is what's underneath the bumper. There's not much to it. And here, by the end of the night, I was able to get the air injection system pump out and remove them from those 3 screws. Brought it over to the other side of the air cleaner and mounted it with a new mount included with the kit. There's an extra piece that you have to buy. It actually isn't included with the kit. You can see the hoses right here. I had to reroute and lengthen so that they would go underneath the air cleaner and over to the air pump. See how they poke out the other side? The new lengthened one. And into the pump. Now the electronics for the pump, I had to rewire. I put it in this new, I had to take the wire loom apart, pull it all apart, extend it, put it back in the wire loom, bring it beside the air cleaner to the back where the pump is, and then wire it in. You can see here the shrink wrap clips to plug it into the electronics. And it worked great. What's this hole for? Well, where the bumper is, inside the bumper is the winch washer container. But the bumper, the new bumper, is smaller, heavier duty, and thicker plating, so it wouldn't fit. So this new 2-gallon one came with it. That's why I had to move that. And the next day I was able to mount the mounting plate, run the wiring through this other hole. I had to widen it a little bit to get the pumps to go through, and then I just gave it a little spray there to keep it from corroding. And here is the wiring to the 2 pumps right onto the new windshield washer bottle. Here it is mounted in place. You can see there is a single bolt on the top of the fender holding it in place, and then the other side used what looks like a battery tie down. It works good, and you can see the 2 pumps down there at the bottom of the tank all wired in. Everything worked out great. And apparently I needed to show you where the windshield washer fluid now goes. Now this plate had to be installed, used 2 existing bolts, but you can see right there, the one right there had to be drilled through, and you can see a little bit of paint on there to protect it. And then I found that this bracket was in the way, and this had to be removed because this is in the way, that whole section, that bolt right there, that bolt there. There's another one up inside here that had to be undone. Once that was done, didn't take much to just yank it out and remove it. It's a little stubborn, but it came out. Had to do it on both sides. Now you can see what's left over. This line is sticking way too far out. Now that bracket has to be shortened. This bracket has to be shortened, and I don't know if this one needs to be shortened. The instructions weren't very clear, so I was going to do a test fit. Here's my test fit. Yep, it's in the way, so I'll have to shorten it after all. But in the meantime, you can see this line is now tucked behind that bar, that support, and it's been shortened. It doesn't stick out as far anymore. I painted it so that it wouldn't corrode, and then this one had to be shortened, and it was brought closer. And you can see that I had to cut it right here and move this plastic mount all the way in, and then I was able to push the line in and attach it. Now here is my array of mini tools I'm almost there, but I found a problem when I was trying to mount it. The KC lights and the Warn winch and the fair lead are all installed, but when you try to disengage, it hits the bumper right there. So I'm gonna have to cut a little bit off of that bumper. Won't take much to cut it off, but if you look here, there it is, cut off. I've repainted it so that it doesn't corrode. I've got the light back in place, and when you turn the engage disengage switch, it misses completely. It's a little tight, but you can still do it. And that's what it looks like before I put the bumper into its final resting place. Ta-da! Man, that looks great, doesn't it? Looks a little mean, looks a little tough. It's got everything I need. The only thing I didn't put in was fog lights, but I'll get some fog lights for it and put them in. I want you to join us on our next one. It's going to be insane.